Hello, my name is Dr. Chaitanya and welcome to my new YouTube video. So before going to the today's practical, would like to share one small story of a second year student whose friend's brother has been admitted in hospital. So she rushed to the hospital to inquire about his health. Now after inquiring him, she come to know that he is having a problem of hyperacidity since long time. But he told that I have been informed by a doctor that I am having a ulcer, abdominal ulcer. So now you are asking about the history, and he told that actually though I am having a ulcer and the hyperacidity, the problem is my abdominal pain is getting relieved when I am taking a food. So now the question is in your mind, which kind of ulcer is this? If you have the same question, the answer for this question is in today's practical. So coming to the today's practical, that is the JIT practical 1, peptic ulcer. You have to write down, you are supposed to write down the following things in your record book. So before going to the actual practical, you should know that actually how should we describe the ulcers, because these ulcers are not in this first practical only. There are the other ulcers like tuberculosis and typhoid also there in practical part 2 and part 3. So coming to the ulcer description, first you should know how to describe ulcer regarding the location. Suppose for example in the stomach, it is on the greater curvature or the lesser curvature. In the duodenum, whether it is on the D1 or D2, or when in case of the intestine, whether it is the mesenteric border or whether it is the anti-mesenteric border. Like that you should describe from the location and the organ. Now coming to the number, whether it is 1 or 2, now you should describe the size, whether it is in the centimeter or millimeter. Usually more than 2 centimeter and less than 2 centimeter size are important to describe because of the benign and malignant lesions. Coming to the shape, whether it is the round or it can be a oval shape. Coming to the margins can be the regular or irregular margins. Irregular margins goes to favors of the malignant ulcer. Now coming to the edges, whether these edges are the everted edges or rolled out edges, they can give us some clue about the rodent ulcer or different types of ulcer like tuberculosis ulcer or malignant ulcer. And the last one is the floor. So how actually the floor is, whether it is a clean floor, shaggy floor, or filled with the pus, or it is formed by the serous layer or muscular layer. So these are all things. Suppose for example it is with the muscular layer, then it is in the stomach, then it is the malignant ulcer. So basically these types of ulcer you will get information from its description. Now coming to the today's basic practical, that is the peptic ulcer diseases. It is actually a solitary region, can be any part from the like esophagus to the stomach and up to your anus. So anywhere in the body if you have an ulcer and which is solitary in lesion can be a peptic ulcer, but most common sites are the stomach and the duodenum. Out of this, duodenum first part is the most common and the stomach lesser curvature is the second most common site of this ulcer, peptic ulcer diseases. So there are the two basically ulcers, that is the gastric ulcer and duodenal ulcer. Please remember that peptic ulcer itself is a complication of the chronic gastritis. So the patient should have a gastritis, then only the complication as a gastric ulcer or duodenal ulcer can be there. So in case of the gastric ulcer, it is less common, but duodenal ulcer is more common. Why we should differentiate these two ulcer? Because it will be matter of the treatment, and the most important thing is if it is gastric ulcer, there is a chances of malignant transformation, whereas in case of the duodenal ulcer, the transformation never there in the malignancy. So coming to the today's specimen, that is the gastric ulcer specimen and duodenal ulcer specimen. Here you can see that the stomach is attached with the omentum, and it shows that there is ulcer which is at the lesser curvature. This is greater curvature because omentum has been attached to this curvature. This is called as the pyloric end, this is called as the cardiac end. In between there is antrum, then your body part, then there is a fundus, and then there is a body part. So it is shown that it is in the specimen, you can see that the ulcer is in the body part and it is measuring around 2 cm or less than 2 cm. Margins are elevated, and the important thing is these mucosal folds are converged towards the ulcer. So this point is very important, that when the folds are going towards the ulcer, it is the gastric ulcer, whereas in case of these folds are going away from the ulcer, then it is a ulcer in the gastric cancer. So that is the point. How will you describe the gastric ulcer and the cancer ulcer. Now coming to the next specimen is the duodenal ulcer. Here you can see that the formalin wet mount preserved specimen is showing the D1 part, that is the duodenal first part, and this is the gastric part. And here you see the small ulcer which is less than 0.5 centimeter or around 0.5 centimeter. Again the same description, it is a punch hole oval and clean ulcer showing the margin is regular and the surrounding gastric mucosa folds are flattened. So these are the descriptive points when you are describing these two specimens. The microscopy of the same specimen, that is the peptic ulcer, shows under the microscopy that normal epithelium is there, and then there are 2-3 zones. First zone is the necrotic zone, another zone is the exudative zone which shows that there is inflammatory cells. Last zone is the granulation zone. Granulation tissue means there is a repair is ongoing below that ulcer, and in the granulation tissue you have the dilated or proliferative blood vessels, inflammatory cells and the fibroblasts. So if these three things are there, then you can call it as a granulation tissue. The same slide which you are having in the practical, I am giving you the low power view. In the low power view you can see here clearly that here is a normal epithelium and here you are having the ulcer with the smudgy area, that is the necrotic area. The same slide if you see under the high power or under the 40x, here you can see that this ulcer and here exudative zone which is having these dots like inflammatory cells, and below that there is a granulation tissue showing these normal gap like cells, that is these are the actually proliferating vessels and the fibroblast and the inflammatory cell. So this is necrotic zone, this is exudative zone, and this is the granulation tissue. Below that there is cicatrization. So coming to the next one is the other ulcer types, that is the benign ulcer, malignant ulcer, carcinoma ulcer and ulcer carcinoma. So before going to the carcinoma ulcer specimen, we would like to describe the ulcer cancer and the cancer ulcer. So what is the difference between cancer ulcer and ulcer cancer? So in case of the ulcer cancer, the term itself suggests that ulcer is first. That means when there is a ulcer and then cancer has been developed in the previous ulcer, it is called as ulcer cancer. Whereas in case of the where there is a previously malignancy and now there is ulcer, then it is called as the cancer ulcer. So how will you differentiate under the endoscopic? Then when you are taking a endoscopic biopsy, 1 or 2 bits only can show the ulcer, whereas in case of the cancer ulcer, all bits shows you the cancer evidence. So this is the basic difference. This is the specimen which is the name carcinoma ulcer. Here you can see that esophagus with attached some part of the stomach. This is the stomach part and this is the esophageal part which is showing the malignant lesion, and this malignant lesion is or malignancy is having the ulcer inside, and it is measuring around 3 to 4 centimeter or 3 into 4 centimeter. Again this ulcer is at the lower end of the esophagus, and it is a ulcero-infiltrative growth. So the name itself suggests that it is the carcinoma ulcer. So coming to the conclusion for today's practical, you saw the three total specimens. First one is the gastric ulcer, which is a punch hole less than 2 centimeter or 2 centimeter. Another ulcer is duodenal ulcer, which is again 0.5 centimeter at the D1 part. And now the last one is called as the carcinoma ulcer, which is at the lower end or GE junction, which is around 3 to 4 centimeter and the GE junction. So thank you very much.